What if I told you that the woman selling a roasted corn by the roadside and the man running an online boutique both use the same technology, and it is changing the entire Nigeria economy? Fintech mobile apps did what Nigerian banks couldn't do in a whole decade. You see, there was a time when performing an online transactions in Nigeria was like sending a letter through a post office. It was slow, uncertain, and stressful. People distrusted anything online banking. Yes, not long ago, transferring money meant walking into a bank branch. You would collect a teller, join a queue that moved like Lagos traffic, and pray that the network didn't collapse that day. That was very, very slow. Then ATM came, freedom at last, you may think. Wrong. Because card got swallowed, network failed, and limits made simple transactions feel like climbing Zuma rocks. Surprisingly, bank apps followed, and on paper, they should have solved everything. But instead, they created new nightmares: failed transactions, money trapped in transit, reversal that took weeks or never came at all. For millions of Nigerians, bank apps became a source of anxiety, not convenience. But something started changing in the late 2010s. A new generation of companies asked one bold question: what if money transfer can just work like sending a WhatsApp message? OPay, Moniepoint, Moniepoint, Flutterwave, Paystack, and so on emerged. They didn't have fancy bank buildings or long history, but they had something banks didn't. They focused on what people actually needed: swift transactions, stable networks, and quick reversals. Suddenly, fintech wasn't just an alternative, it became the standard. Now, here is the part most people miss. This wasn't luck, it was a strategy and timing. Many Nigerian fintechs had deep backing from Chinese investors. This gave them capitals to scale aggressively while local banks moved slowly. Companies like Moniepoint didn't wait for people to come to them. They went to the people, building vast networks of POS agents in the villages and markets where banks had never reached. Then came 2023, the cash security crisis hit, and traditional banks collapsed under pressure. Overnight, millions switched to fintech apps like OPay, and many others, not by choice, but by necessity. By the time the dust settled, fintech had won. But here is why this story matters beyond Nigeria. Because fintech's rise is not just about apps or technology. It is a masterclass in business strategy. Solve the real pain, keep it simple, be accessible, build trust, and leverage timing. These are not fintech secrets. They are universal principles any entrepreneur, shop owner, or investor can apply. So, what is next? Will fintech replace banks completely? Could new players like blockchain, CBDCs, or the next wave of startup disrupt the disruptors? One thing is certain: fintech proved that when you put customers first and solve real problems with simplicity and trust, entire industries shift. Today, fintech is not just about faster payments, it is about freedom: freedom from failed transactions, from endless queues, and from anxiety. It is about trust, and trust is what changes everything. So, next time you tap the app to send money, remember, you are not just making a payment, you are part of a revolution that rewrote the rules of Nigeria business. If this story opened your eyes, I am part. Please subscribe so you never miss our future conversations like this. And drop your comments. What is your fintech story? Let's keep the discussion going. Also check this video on 4 ancient businesses that never die. See you there.